I'm trying to fix my lighting issue. It's too much. But it is not- All right, I think this is cool. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Good morning, guys. All right, wow, Pride is presenting an opportunity just this moment, but the timing is not favorable. According to my trading plan, Price is presenting an opportunity for a buy, but I don't like the timing. I don't like the timing at all. Yeah, so I just missed a huge opportunity over here. Didn't wake up early. Miss this the whole 100 pips. I just miss it, and it's presenting opportunity buy for here, but the timing is what I'm considering. The timing is what I'm considering at the moment. I wanted to look for a buy by the time yesterday to the same time price presented an opportunity, but I couldn't take advantage of. Okay, because of the time. It's my rule. Like six this time around, I shouldn't take a trade. Okay, if not the time, I would have been looking for a buy over here, but the timing is what I'm currently contemplating on. The timing is what I'm currently contemplating on. Okay, it's my rule not to take a trade at this time. Let me check the YouTube. Yeah, so price is presenting an opportunity currently. I'll explain after everything is done. After price has settled down, I'll explain why I wanted to look for a buy. I will explain. So I'm hoping price is not going to move. Then lending open, I will take a buy. Yeah, lending open. So since price has not moved, let's do a quick top down analysis. Let's check out the fundamentals. Yeah, so let's check. Today is Tuesday. We are going to be having CPI today. Okay, we are going to be having CPI. It's today Tuesday. Yeah, 14th. We are going to be having CPI today. So all day we are going to be having CPI 12:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. GMT. We are going to be having GDP too as well. Bank of England governor barely speaks to as well. Yeah, so today is going to be like it's going to be like a hot day. It's going to be the day is going to be things are going to be moving very fast today. Yeah, so it's going to be very chaotic. CPI. But I don't trade high impact news. Okay. If you just joined the stream, kindly give a like, click on the like button, and share the link to your friends and family too as well. People will be interested in learning the right way to trade. You can share the link to them as well. Yeah, so I think lending open, the only time we are going to be having news is around 8:45. So I think we are good to go. So let's break it down. I'm saying there was a buy opportunity over here, but I'm not taking it because of the timing. Okay, so let's do a quick breakdown on why I'm expecting a buy over there. Yeah, so looking at the higher time frame, okay, let me do a quick top down analysis. Let's break everything down. Looking at the higher time frame, there was a rejection level over here. There was a rejection level over here. There was another rejection level over here. Okay, so these are the various rejectional levels at the H4 time frame. So looking at the H4 time frame, so this is the time frame of concern. This is where we mostly look for our buyers. Okay, yeah. So if you want to get to understand how I mostly plot out the various levels, I'm going to be having an upcoming bootcamp. Okay, so if you want to learn how the proper way to plot out the levels, it's better you join the bootcamp. Okay, so looking at the directional time frame, so this is the H4 time frame. So looking at the H4 time frame, the directional time frame, We are having these various what price is currently in a downtrend. It's This is where we had a shift in trend. So we had a shift in trend over here. Price shifted the trend to a downtrend. Okay, shifted the trend to a downtrend. So price shifted the trend to a downtrend, made lower low, lower high. It's currently making lower low. So what are we expecting? Is a lower low. Okay. Yeah, by looking at candle structure, the past candle closed what? Strong bullish. You get it? It's closed strong bullish. So when market condition presents itself like this, I'm having multiple buyers. I'm going to be having mixed buyers. So a buy and a sell at the same time. So I'm going to be looking for a buy. If buy opportunity presents itself, I'm going to be taking it. If a sell opportunity presents itself, I'm going to be taking it. You get it? Yeah. So let's plot out our various levels, the reactional levels where price can get rejected over there. So we have, so let me see if this level has been broken. Yeah, it looks like price is currently testing on this level. Okay, it's currently testing this level. We have this level 2 over here. So at this point, price has gotten to a crucial level. It has gotten to a level where it can just reverse. Okay, price has gotten to a level where it can just reverse and keep on moving down over here. Okay, so this level is a crucial level. Like it's there was going to be an action. You can be looking for a buy at the same time you can be looking for a sell. So I've been telling you this over and over again that most often when I come to the market, I sometimes look for what a buy opportunity, strictly buy opportunities. Sometimes I'll come to the market, I'm strictly going to be looking for what a sell opportunity, and sometimes too I'll come to the market, it's going to be multiple buyers. Okay, it's going to be I'm going to be looking for a buy and a sell in the same session. Okay, so we are going to be looking for a buy and a sell at the same time. So let's make sure the level that we plotted, the line has touched the level exactly. You get it? It has touched the level exactly. As I'm saying, there was an buy opportunity that was presenting itself currently, but because of the time we are in, as in I just let it go. You get it? Yeah. So a sell is possible, a buy is possible. So let's see where we can get a buy opportunity. So if you look at the H1 time frame, we don't have any levels over here where price can get rejected. Let's look at the M30 time frame. The M30 time frame. So this is where I might be looking for a buy if price creates, okay, if this support form over here, if this support form over here if this support form at the M30 time frame over here, this is where I might be looking for what a buy. So you see, I said I'm not going to be taking the trade because of what the time of the day. So you see, journaling, like keeping track of your trades, okay, is very very important. Okay, price is presenting a nice opportunity over here, but I'm not going to be taking the trade because of the time that you're in. How did I know this time is not favorable? Because of what data. So it's very important you have. It's very very important you need you get a data. Okay, so according to my track record, so most often the losses that I take, if you watch mostly the reviews that I give to the what outcome of my trade, I sometimes talk about the time. Okay, so let me give you some example on where I spoke about the time. It's very important you keep track, you journal your trades. Okay, you need to journal. You need to keep track of your trades. So these are the reviews. So all these reviews, it is positive, I'm going to keep on repeating the same thing. If it is negative, I'm going to get rid of. I'm not going to be repeating my mistakes again. So some of the reviews are very positive, and I'm going to what keep on what doing the same thing. By the negative ones, I'm going to be avoiding them. So you see this one, it is not advisable to be taking trades at 11:45 to 12 p.m. exactly, and I did that. So next time, okay, I'm not going to be taking trades at 11:45 to 12 p.m. because of what lending is about. New York is about to open, and mostly when New York is about to open, it tends to be what chaotic. You get it? It tends to be chaotic. So it's very important you always pay attention to what the time you find yourself in. Okay, it's very important. You are going to get to understand that or not that when you do it over and over again, you start noticing you start noticing what is not good and what is good. So the 15-minute time frame. So let me show you where I spoke about not to be taking trades at 6:45. Let me show you where I spoke about not taking trades at 6:45. Yeah. So you see this trade. This trade hit full stop loss. I should have waited for 7 p.m. So I took the trade at 6:45 p.m. 6:45 a.m. You get it? Yeah. So it is not favorable according to my system. So if it is favorable to you, for you, if it is okay, you can keep on doing that. But for me, so at this point, you have 4 minutes. Okay, let's wait for lending open and see if you can take advantage of this buy. Let's wait for lending open to see if you can take advantage of this buy. Yeah, so pre-lending, I just missed a 100 pips move. I didn't wake up early, so I just missed. I woke up to see price has moved. I woke up to see price has moved. But the market is presenting opportunity every single time, so you just have to. Maybe next time, you have to just maybe just wake up early to catch those moves. Okay. I just have to wake up early. Yeah, so let's see if you can get this by. Yeah, so at this point, where can we be taking the, as I'm saying, we are having mixed bias. Where can we take advantage of the sell to as well? Because at this point, we are talking about a sell can play out, a buy too can play out. So let's see where we can take advantage of the sell. If you look at the, if you're looking at the entry time frame, okay, looking at the entry time frame, if you look at the H1 time frame, since you are looking for a sell, we have to make sure the lower time frame is what in direction with the sell that you want to take. So what it means is what the high time frame is in what in a bearish trend. So if I want to take a sell, that means if I move to the lower time frame, I have to make sure the lower time frame too is also what in a downtrend. Okay, so let's check out the H1 time frame and see if it is in a downtrend. Price made lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. It made low. When it broke this one, the trend shifted to an uptrend. So if I want to take a buy, taking a buy at an taking a sell at an uptrend market, take a sell. The higher time frame is what in a bearish phase, or it's a bearish trend. An uptrend, it's not advisable. So I can't take a trade at what the higher time frame when it the lower time frame at the H1 time frame whilst the trend is what an uptrend. So let's see M30 if it's going to what it's also what's a downtrend. Looking at the M30 time frame, currently this is where we had a shift in trend. So price shifted the trend over here to where an uptrend. When this candle, okay, when this candle broke, you see, when this candle broke above, the trend shifted to where? The trend shifted to what? An uptrend. So I want to take a sell, okay? So currently, as the candle broke, it shifted the trend to where? An uptrend. It made higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So the trend is currently what? An uptrend. You get it? The trend is currently an uptrend. So I can't take a sell over here. So if you look at the H1 time frame, where can I take a sell? I can only take a sell if the trend price has broken this low over here, because this is where we are going to be having what a shift in trend. So if I'm going to be relying on the H1 time frame to take execute, then what I have to do is what is to wait for price to break and close below this one, pull back before I can be taking what a buy at the H1 time frame, which I'm not sure is going to be happening, or unless maybe we see a market structure, okay, within the time that you are going to be taking within the volume time that you've showed up, okay, or within the, but at this currently I can't be taking a sell at H1 time frame as price is looking like this. It looks what an uptrend. So this pullback, if this candle close in the next few seconds that you're having ahead of us, if this candle close, does not mean price is going to move an uptrend, but it's not going to move a downtrend. The trend is currently what an uptrend. So this one can just be a pullback, and what the trend will continue moving up. So let's move to the M30 time frame. If you look at the M30 time, yeah, so the candle has closed. So let me see if we can. Yeah, so if price breaks the high, it's going to be like a break and retest. I'll take a buy. Okay, we are in volume time. So all right. So if price flips, okay, it's becoming tricky now. I'm looking for a buy over here. So let's see where we can be taking a sell since structure is a downtrend, let's see where it can be taken as well. So currently price has gotten to a key level over here. You get price has gotten to a keep on moving up. Okay, so you need to just be cool with it. Yeah, so at this point, where I would love, for me personally, where I would love to take a sell is when price has what broken below this one. Because note, the sell that you are taking is a counter trend. Okay, the sell that you are taking is against the candle, and mostly I've traded gold. I've taken my time to experience how mostly gold moves. Okay, mostly gold moves with candles. That's what I've noticed. It's mostly love trending with a candle as compared to the structure. So don't be deceived that what this price has got into a target and it can keep on moving down. Okay. So one thing you need to understand is what this one can just deceive you and price will keep on what moving up. So you need to be very careful if you are taking a sell. Okay, if you are taking a sell, you need to be very careful. Yeah, so the M30 time frame, this is where the trend is going to change. So this is where I would love to take a sell. Moving to the M30 time frame, looking at the M30 time frame, where I would love to take a sell. Okay, price is currently making some, but we have a lot of rejection levels over here. There's a lot of rejection over here. So taking a sell at the M30 time frame, it will be very hard unless price has broken, pull back. Then I would love to take a sell. Sell is going to be very hard and difficult for me this morning. This morning I'm rooting for what? Looking for a buy. Okay, looking for a buy this morning. Yeah, so let's see. Currently, let's see if you can take a buy. If you have any question, kindly drop it in the chat box or the comment section. Okay, drop it. So let's see. Currently, price the candle has broken the low over here. Okay, we are in volume time. It's landing open 7 a.m. GMT. It's landing open. So let's see where we can take a buy. Okay, so if price will be able to close nicely over here. Okay, a bullish, you can, if you can get a bullish candle breaking and close nicely at that area, it won't be bad taking a sell. Sorry, taking a buy. Okay, then we will target. Then I will target. Let me see. I will target. Okay, then I will target. Oh, the zone is very small. 45 pips. The zone is very small. So if something of this sort can happen, okay, since you are in volume time, at this point it's becoming tricky because the lows of the candles, the lows of the candles have been broken. So now it's becoming tricky taking the buy. So this one can just keep on moving since it has made a lower wick. But mostly I don't love taking my entries like that. Okay, since it has made a lower wick over here. So you have like the zone is small though, but let's see if you can capitalize on that. Let's see how this candle is going to close. If this candle closes bullish, we might be taking a buy at 7:15. Okay, at 7:15 we might be taking a buy. So what will be the stop loss? 67 pips. Wow. So should I go in for an impulsive move? Yeah, so now taking an impulsive move, if price breaks the low, its price has been extended too much. So this is the flip I was talking about. Currently contemplating on the buy, waiting for this candle to close to taking a breakout to is kind of I want to take a buy though, but okay, so I will take a buy. Let me see. Wow, price has just moved fast, fast, fast. I couldn't take it. I wanted to take a buy over here. Price has moved very fast. Price just moved fast. The zone is very small too as well. So I was thinking about this wick fill over here because it's something I've studied. This wick fill as an entry is something I've studied. Price has been extended. I wanted to take a buy over here for this small zone to fill. Now the entry price is the entry price has moved, so I don't want to be in the middle of middle. The zone is small though. This is where it would have been nice to. Yeah, so it just moved. It just moved. Oh, I should have set a buy stop over here. Should have set a buy stop around that side. So the reason someone might say, oh, someone might ask, why don't you take it now? Because see where price has got into. If you take it now, your entry price is going to be high. You have to buy very low price and sell at a very high price. Okay, you have to buy very low and sell at a very high price. So you don't have to be doing that. And I was even thinking of this would have been the place. The entry is what I was thinking about. Like it's currently I see it to be very, very high. This is where I was planning of. This price level over here is what I was thinking of taking trades around that side. This is where I was thinking of taking it. I was thinking of taking it over there. But that kind of entry is risky. You mostly get a good price though, but that kind of entry is risky. Yeah, so this is where I wanted to take the buy. Yeah, so I'll just let it go. Active say FX Mighty, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I wanted to take a buy over here, but probably just moved fast before me. I didn't set the buy stop. So you're in lending open, so I'm expecting price to. Wha- I wanted to take the buy around this side. Yeah, say I was in the trade before the live. Should I hold? Wow, you took the trade, you didn't inform me, and now you are informing you should hold. What make what triggered you to take the trade? What did you see before taking the trade? Before you take a trade, you have to know where to also what exit from the trade to as well. Okay, if you take a trade, you need to know where to exit. You don't have to ask somewhere, should I close? That means you are gambling. If you don't know where to close a trade, it means you are just gambling. You are doing some random things. Okay, before you take a trade, know where to close. I don't know what triggered you to take that trade. Your idea, your decision, what made you take that trade? I don't know. So if I tell you to close a trade, I don't even know your entry price. I don't know your entry price. Those FX attached to your name. So I'm expecting you to know more. Okay, FX is a title that if it is attached to your name, means you know more. Last night I analyzed it and woke up this morning and I saw it has touched level. That is why I took it. So you took a buy or you took a sell? You took a buy or you took a sell? You took a buy or you took a sell? And I also have to take profit and my stop loss sets. Yeah, so if you have your take profit and your stop loss sets, just allow it to price to do whatever it will do. Because one thing you need to understand, the market does not move in a straight line. Okay, it's moved in a skewed way. It's ups and downs. So you shouldn't let your emotion override you from what closing a logical trade. You get it? You shouldn't allow your emotions to override you. Yeah, the zone is small. The zone is small. And I'm expecting lending open to do more. I'm expecting lending open to, but I wanted the trade. I wanted to take my entry around this side. This is where I wanted to take my entries. Okay, this is where I wanted to take my entry. And one thing that stopped me from taking this trade is what, when it broke the low too as well. When price broke the low, when it broke the low over here, it discouraged me from taking the trade and came back and broke the high. So as it has broken the low, I was expecting a candle to close before, because it now becomes tricky. When price has broken the low of the past candle, broken the high of the past candle, it becomes tricky. Okay, it becomes tricky. So that's why I didn't. It's also part of not. It was also what, one thing that hindered me from not taking the buy too as well. Oh. It was one thing that, yeah, mostly when price breaks the lows and it breaks the high, it becomes tricky. But I'm expecting lending open to do more. I'm expecting lending open to do more. Let me be broken. I took a buy and it is running in profit like 50 pips. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, so if you took a buy and price has got into your target, and one thing I've realized is what, from my experience in trading, one thing I've realized, if the market presents you profit, if the market hand over profit to you, take it. That's what I've realized. Okay, if the market hand over profit to you, take it. What I mean is what, if the market hand over profit, price gets your target, take it. Don't be having hopes. Okay, that is something that kills a lot of traders' two dreams. The hopes of price going to keep on moving. You see, when it comes to, in terms of where price is going to move to, no one have fully access or fully control of where price will be moving to. Okay, where prices will be moving to, no one is having full control. That's one thing you need to understand. So when the market presents you an opportunity and it has gotten to your target, kindly take the profits. Okay, don't hesitate. Kindly take the profits. Kindly take the profits. Yeah, so let's see if price will hit the target over here. So I'm not in any trade. Okay, I wanted to take the sell. I wanted to take a buy, but as price broke the low, came back and broke the high, I was a bit skeptical about the trade. Okay, and one thing you need to understand: this is all about probabilities. Okay, you just have to execute. So I have a plan. I've memorized. I always say this thing. I've memorized whatever I look for in a trade. I've memorized my patterns, so I don't come second guessing what's the decision to take. Okay, I don't come to the chart guessing myself because I have something backing every single thing that I'm doing. So this is my data. Okay, this is what backs what I'm doing. So I don't guess myself on what to do. Am I doing the right thing? Oh, nah, I don't do that. Everything I've memorized, I know what I look for. Okay, on the chart. So I don't expect someone to tell me it's time for me to buy before I will execute. The time for me to sell. There was something backing me. So even if I take a trade according to my plan and I lose, I know that if if I followed my plan, there was no way I'm going to be sad. There was no way I'm going to be annoyed or angry with myself because I know that I followed my plan. You get it? I know that I followed my plan. So I'm not going to just uh, be beating myself up because I took a loss. Because I understand after getting the data, when it comes to where price is going to go, it is something totally out of your odds, your control. You can't control. Now I'm expecting price to keep on moving or tapping this level. But do I have full access on what? Do I have full control if price is going to move to this point? I have no full control on where price is going to move to. Okay. Even though according to my data, it tells me price is what? Candle structure is an uptrend. Price has given it currently given a clean zone and is supposed to get to this point. But I have nothing of that sort. Okay. Yeah, please can you give us risk management on taking trades? Can you give us some risk management on taking trades? Risk management on taking trades, as in the money to risk. Okay, risk management is not only about it's about the positions, how you are controlling your this thing, the positions and those stuffs. Okay, your trade management and those things, they are all part of the risk management. So when it comes to monetary, the amount you are risking per trade, that thing should I always say it should depend on you. Okay, everything trading when it comes to risk management is a subjective topic. Okay, it's subjective. When it comes to the amounts maybe you want to trade, it depends on your financial capacity. Okay, it depends on your financial capacity. So when it comes to how is your finances looking like? Do you see if you fund your account and you lose it today, will you be able to fund it? Okay, will you be able to fund it again? That's the issue. So you need to be asking yourself, if this $100, you have some people that they just every day when they come to the market, they just make a deposit. They find like maybe $1,000 to come and play with it because understand that the game you are playing is not like your day job where you get a job constant or maybe it is fixed. You are going to get paid. Okay. Even sometimes if you are not going to the workplace, you can ask permission and you will still be what? Your account will be credited. But trading does not work that way. In trading, okay, sometimes you can do everything right, you follow your rules and everything. Still, you are going to be losing. Okay, so you need to understand that this money that you are bringing into the market, you can lose everything. You get it. Are you going to be comfortable losing it? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And how often can you fund your accounts? So I normally use 30 pip stop loss and I target 1:3 reward. So see, that risk to reward something is bullshit. Okay, risk to reward, targeting high risk to reward and those things is bullshit. You get it? You need to take profit when the market presents opportunity. Sorry, you need to take profit based on market structure. Okay, so let's say maybe I took a buy over here. Let's assume, let's say maybe I've taken a buy over here. If I take a buy, if let's say I took a buy over here, okay, if I took a buy over here, this is my logical stop loss. You see, 1 to 6. Okay, so you see, initially I was planning to take the trade when it broke the high over here. If I take the break of the high over here, my logical stop loss is going to be here. My take profit will be here. You see, it's not even up to 1 to 1. You get it? So this is negative risk to reward. Am I like, is it bad to be doing something of this sort? It is not bad, because that is what market structure is presenting to you at that moment. So targeting outrageous, targeting like an insane target, take profit like 1 to 3, okay, extending your target to this point does not make sense. The chances that price will come back and what hits your stop loss is hits your target stop loss or break even point is very high. Okay, because if you have traded these instruments, if you have traded the market for long, you understand that when it comes to reactional levels, price mostly respect them. You see how price has created this resistance over here. When this market, so let's say I was looking for a buy at pre-lending session, I was looking for a buy, but I woke up to miss this trade. So if I took a buy over here, this is my logical target. Okay, so let's assume, or maybe I was expecting price to keep on moving. So I just expose myself for the market to break even. So you need to always make sure what you are taking profit. Sometimes the market is going to give you a negative risk to reward. Sometimes you are going to get like 1 to 5 risk to reward. I remember last week Tuesday, I got a 9 trade which ran very well. The trade gave me like 1 to 3 or so. Okay, is it something like, maybe was it something I controlled? It was something out of my control. I took the trade based on market structure. Okay, I took the trade based on market structure. You get it? So targeting maybe 1 to 3. Oh, I'm having a fixed risk reward 1 to 3. I have a fixed risk reward 1 to 4. That is what it does not make sense to me. Okay, according to my experience, or from my experience trading this market, it does not make sense. You need to take profit when the market gives it to you. What I mean is what, when price gets, if you have taken a buy, if you are someone who took a buy and price has gotten to this level, bro, take profit. If you're going to allow some position to run, that is fine, but you don't have to allow price. The chances that price will come back and take you out from break even or stop loss is very high. So when price, even though it's very small, it's fine, take it. Okay, the market sometimes will give you bigger risk. So yesterday during the what I think at 6 a.m. GMT, I took a sell. Yeah, so like Jake, like this buy I didn't take to the thing enter me small. The thing enter me small. I don't know why I didn't take the buy. I don't know. But sometimes I don't know. I came to the market. If you watch the stream at the beginning, I was talking about this buy, but I don't know why I didn't take it. But that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so let me explain what I was talking about. So yesterday I took a buy over here. I took a buy at pre-Monday lending session. Yeah, so this breakout. So I took a breakout trade over here. Okay, so the moment price got to this point, I took profit. Okay, so this was the target. The moment price got to the target, I took profit very quick. And you see what happened? Price came back, pulled back, and what? Just took me out. So you need to understand market structure. Okay, market structure is an important topic. Market structure is going to help you to know where to take profit. It's going to help you to know where when to enter the market. So it's very important you understand market structure. Market structure is like what? Is the language we speak when it comes to this market. It's going to help you to understand price action. Okay. If you understand price action, you will not listen to these people saying 1 to 5, 1 to 50. I target only 1 to 50. Sometimes you can get negative risk to reward. Sometimes you can get like very huge positive, huge risk to reward. Sometimes, so it depends on the nature of the market. Okay, it depends on the nature of the market. Understand? And one thing I've noticed that sometimes when it comes to recovery of losses, it shouldn't be your, it shouldn't necessarily be your next trade. Okay, sometimes recovery will take some time. Recovery can sometimes take some time. Okay, so sometimes we say, oh, if you take negative risk reward trade, yeah, and you lose a trade, it will take some time to recover. Okay, so it's better than always taking a trade and trade will hit your break even. It's sometimes frustrating. Okay, so I used to check my P&L and I noticed what I was listening to these things, and I noticed I was getting a lot of break evens, a lot of break even whilst, and I was just looking back, checking if I took this profit, if I took this small profit, I would have even recovered down my loss that I took, and I would have been in some small profit by now. You get it? If you target a high, I'm not saying targeting high risk reward is bad, but sometimes take profit when the market what gives you an opportunity. Okay, when the market presents an opportunity to you, if there was a level over there where you knew or you know price is going to get rejected, take profit. Okay, because you don't have control on where price is going to go. It's better that break even sometimes frustrating. You hold a trade and price will come and stop you at break even. And if you are someone who just set and forget, what is going to happen is what you are going to be taking more losses. And maybe mentally you can't be handling that. Taking that small profit mostly gives you the confidence, it gives you the courage towards to come the next day. Okay, so it's very important. If price gets your target, take profits, take some profits, and allow the rest to run. If the market is going to give you a big risk reward, it's going to give it to you. That's what I've realized from experience. So let me show you. Last Tuesday, I took some massive buy. Okay, that's why it's very important you know where to take profits. And some people don't know where to take profits. It's all going to come by experience too as well. So you need to spend a lot of time in this market. It's not going to come upfront. So last Tuesday, let me just show it to you guys. Last Tuesday, I took a buy. Yeah. So I took a breakout buy over here. I took a breakout buy over here. So there was a breakout buy over here. And this was the target. So you see price gave a bigger risk reward. If you check this one, you notice that price gave a bigger risk what to reward over here. You get it? Even if I'm placing my stop loss, logically, your stop loss should be below what the next the structure low. So this is like, let's say maybe 1 to 1 or so. Yeah, something like 1 to 1. That's fine. You get it? It gives you some plenty pips over there. You get it? So it all depends on what market structure. So understand market structure and roll with it. Okay, you can test what I'm saying by yourself too as well. You can test it by yourself too as well. Yeah, so this trade was making sense, but the zone was very small. So currently, this is what is happening. Okay, I wasn't in the trade though. Okay, but I spoke about the buy, but I'm not in the trade. I'm not. I didn't take the trade. Yeah, so it's all experience. It's something. So you see, I've traded the market for a very long time, and everything that I'm telling you, or anything that I'm telling you, one thing you need to understand is coming from someone with experience. Okay, it's not like someone who just I've traded the market for more than 6 years, 7 years. You get it. So whatever I'm talking about is coming from someone with experience. If the market presents an opportunity, even if it is very small, take profit. Okay, so imagine if you've taken a trade over here and price is currently approaching this target and you are still holding, it might stop you out. Okay, it might stop you out. Understand levels. Okay, maybe some of you don't know how to identify the valid levels on your chart. Okay, so that's why sometimes your levels don't get respected. But if you understand how to plot levels, you know that levels are very powerful. Okay, Levels are very, very powerful. You need to pay attention to them. So you see, levels are very powerful. You need to pay attention to them. Yeah. I use 30 pip stop loss. And one thing too is what? He said I use 30 pip stop loss and target 1 to 3. Why 30 pip stop loss? Why 30 pip stop loss? So your stop loss should be something logical. Stop loss varies based on the market conditions. Stop loss varies based on the market structure. You get, so stop loss is not fixated. There was nothing like fixed stop loss. Okay. So you see, I was talking about the pre-lending buy. So pre-lending, if I woke up early, I would have taken maybe I would taken a buy over here because there was a break and retest over here. So this is the point I would have taken a buy. Okay, when price broke over here, maybe I would take a buy. Okay, I would have taken a buy over here and placed my stop loss over here. So the stop loss alone, the logic I was talking about, this trade, the stop loss was what? 65. It is not the same. So stop loss shouldn't be something. It shouldn't always be like maybe this amount of pips. Okay, stop loss varies. That's what you need to understand. It varies based on the market condition, the market structure. Okay, and always don't be emotional by placing your stop loss as you said 30 pips. So you are going to force things and place it at 30 pips. That is not how trading the market works. Okay, that is not how it works. Always your stop loss should be at a logical place. Okay, it all boils down to what? Understanding market structure. So if you have taken a buy, okay, let's say you've taken a buy, where should you place your logical stop loss? This is my logical stop loss. Stop loss simply means a place where when price get there, you are wrong with your decision. Okay, so if you understand structure, you will note that if price breaks this low, if price comes down over here and breaks the low, okay, if price comes down over there and breaks, okay, if price comes down over here and breaks the low, you understand according to your experience or with the knowledge you have on market structure, you know that what price is going to get invalidated. The structure has been invalidated. The chances that it will keep on moving down is very high. Okay, the chances that it will keep on moving down is very high. You get it? So price will keep on moving down is very high. You get it? Price will keep on moving down is very high. So logically, this is where you should place it below structure. Okay, you should place your stop loss below structure. This is where structure is going to be. You need to place your stop loss below what? Structure. You get it? Yeah, that's what you need to understand. So it's going to vary. Sometimes the structure you are going to get a wide stop loss. Sometimes structure you are going to get some very small. You are going to be fortunate. You get small stop loss. Okay, so everything should be based on what? Structure. Okay, place your stop loss based on. And if you understand these two concepts, candle structure and market structure. So candle structure example, as this candle broke the past candle low, the chances that price will keep on moving down is very high. So you can manage your what? So you see the reason why I didn't take the trade, I didn't take this buy. The reason I didn't take the buy is what? When price, I was expecting price to keep on moving to take the buy. What it did is what? It first of all came down and broke the low. So with my experience on what how structure works, I've noticed that as price has broken the low, the chances that it will keep on moving down is very high. So that is why I was kind of very patient with myself, I was waiting for price to break the close. Okay, as it has broken the low, I was expecting it to close bullish, then I will take a buy. So you have to understand the concept, the various concepts, how price moves. Okay, so everything is based on structure. Okay, everything is based on structure. Yeah, so let me teach you people this concept. So you see, those who took the buy, okay, if you took a buy over here, one thing you have to always understand too is what when it comes to the various levels, price is not always going to tap the level exactly. Okay, so sometimes some few pips to the target price will start reversing. Okay, so you see this one, this was the initial target. This was the target. Okay, this was the target. And price was close to the target. That is one thing I've also observed. It is always, it is not always that price is going to get to the target exactly. Okay, waiting for price to get to the level exactly. The best thing you can do is to protect yourself. What do I mean by protecting yourself? Bringing your stop loss to break even. Okay, protect yourself. You get it. You bring your stop loss to break even, then you allow the price. You allow price to keep on moving. Okay, so it's always important you protect yourself to as well, and understand that price is not always going to get your tap the level that you've what plotted on the chart exactly. Sometimes few pips to the target and it will reverse. Okay, few pips to the target and price will reverse. That's why it's sometimes I mostly have most often when the zones are very small, I don't even try. I don't make an attempt to what to take a trade. Okay, especially when the trade is very small. I don't mostly I don't make an attempt to take a trade because it's going to be very you are going to struggle, or it's going to be very difficult for you to manage the trade. So I have something, this concept called choked zone. Okay, you are in what a tight corner. Sometimes when you are in a tight corner, it becomes very difficult for you to just manage yourself. Okay, it's very difficult for you to move around, so you want a bigger zone. So when it comes to this buy over here, you see this zone is very big. You get it. If you watch this zone, you notice that the zone is very big for you to, so if you are taking trade very small when the zone is very small, sometimes you need to be very quick with your trade management. Okay, so sometimes you can get everything right, but if your trade management is very poor, sometimes you can turn a winning trade to a losing trade too as well. So it's always important you learn how to manage your trade or manage the trade that you are executing. If the zone is big, you can just allow the trade to just do whatever it will do before it will get to it. But if the zone is small, that is when you have to be very, very quick. So sometimes even with my group, I sometimes tell them this zone is very small. If I send this signal out, it's going to be very difficult for a beginner to even be able to manage the trade. If I are sending this signal out to a beginner, before sometimes beginners, it even takes time for them to even execute the trade. So they can just maybe comfortable with themselves, at their own time, then they execute the trade. At least they will still get something. But if the zone is very small, a beginner, it is going to be before you even execute, price has already gone into the target. You get it? Price has already got into the target, and yeah, so that's what you need to understand. Okay, that's what you need to understand. Yeah, the trade is price is still moving up, but I didn't take any buy though. Yeah, I didn't take any buy. It's currently pushing. Yeah, so you see, this is what I was talking about. You took a buy, let's say you took a buy over here. Currently, price is close to the target. Okay, few pips to the target. What I mean is what? Maybe you place your stop loss over here. Try to protect yourself. Someone might say it does not make sense. A trade that will move is not going to stress you. Okay, a trade that is going to move is not going to stress you, because understand that what few pips to the target, sometimes price will reverse. Okay, so this one like this, you break even like this. If price will keep on moving, that's fine. If it stops you at break even, you are that's fine. Okay, so always learn how to what protect yourself. It's all part of trading. Trade management is all part of trading, and you are going to be good at it when you trade for long. You experience the market for long. Okay, you experience the market for long, because few pips to target, the chances that price will come back and reject you, take you out of the trade is very high. Okay, when price is close to the target, you need to understand that. So trade management is an important topic. A lot of people underrate it. Okay, it's an important topic. People don't mostly preach or talk about, but trade management is very, very important. You see, price is not even able to a trade that is going to move most often does not stress you. Okay, a trade. So there was this saying when we were kids. We used to say this thing. a thing for is it a thing for you never lost or something. I've forgotten the quote. Something that is for you, we believe that it is still going to be yours. Okay, something that is for you, we strongly believe that it's still going to be yours. It's nothing like sometimes you just mess up and those things, but you will still what get it back. That is our belief. Okay, that is what we used to believe, but it does not work that way. If it is for you and you don't work very hard to protect it, it will just leave. That's what you need to understand. So it was, I would say it's a fallacy then, but when you grew, you started analyzing, criticizing things. You've noticed that some of the things that you were told of are just someone's idea. And you know one thing about this world is what if you are not someone who research, someone who is let me put it this way, if you are not critical, you are going to live based on people's ideology, someone's philosophy. Okay, so you need to be very critical. Don't use emotional when you are analyzing things. You need to be very critical with your decision making. We have believed certain things in the past when we were kids, but when you grew up and you started criticizing, you started thinking critically. You've noticed that most of the things that you were told, they are just, if you use common sense, it does not make sense. Okay, yeah. So don't just believe anything that you are just told. Just sit down and criticize. Just sit down and think critically about things. Okay, that is why God gave us nature, gave us brain, it gave us everything. The sense organs are there for us to use it. Okay, so use your sense organs. Don't let someone think for you. You can also sit down quietly with yourself. And one thing I've noticed about these days is because of social media, we don't even have time to think. Okay, every second we are scrolling, every second we are watching something entertaining. So the brain is not even resting to think critically. Okay, that is why, yeah, if you are not thinking, that's what I sometimes think about those things. So I'm not saying I'm kind of like I'm exceptional or I'm exempted from what I'm saying. Because of social media, we are not thinking. Okay, every second, every moment we want to stimulated. Okay, we want some excitement. We want something entertaining every single movement. So sometimes I challenge myself. I'm not going to watch anything. I'm not going to, even sometimes, even if I'm not watching entertaining or funny stuff, even with that motivational thing, trying to, sometimes it's also not, does not help. Sometimes you just have to be quiet with yourself and think critically about your life, your next move, and those things. I bet you, just start now and you see some massive, you start having ideas, you start being innovative. But because you are every second we are scrolling, every second we are scrolling, we are not being innovative or we are not being like creative this time around. Okay, the mind is not like thinking deep anymore. The mind is not thinking deep anymore. We are every single moment of our time, we are busy on something. Okay, every single moment of our time. So sometimes, okay, sometimes you can just do fast. Okay, or maybe these days I'm not going to go on social media. Maybe today I'm not going to go on social media. Okay, if you are someone who use social media a lot, okay, maybe your business is on social media. I'm not going to say just exempt yourself from social media. You need to work, get money. But if your work, yeah, if your work is on social media, you can use weekends. Okay, Sunday, one Sunday, you tell yourself, this Sunday I'm not going to go on social media. I'm not going to scroll. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to be with myself, think critically with myself. Okay, alone with myself. When those times, the church that I go, we have something called alone with myself. Okay, so you come early and you just sit down alone with God. Okay, no instrument is going to be played. The church room is going to be very quiet. You think deep alone. You have something you used to call it alone with God. Okay, you just sit quietly with yourself, with your Bible, and you think about what the kingdom of God. You think about the kingdom of God. You get it, how you can what also inherit the kingdom of God. The life, your current life that you are living, is it something pleasing? Is it something like you just be thinking about those things? Okay, so it's the same thing when it comes to your life. So you just have to be doing those things. You have to be You have to have a moment of your life where you are going to be alone with yourself, not be scrolling and those things. I bet you it's something I've been pondering or been thinking about it for some time now. Social media is not making us think. Okay, social media is not making us think at all. It's not making us think at all. The scrolling is too much. The stimulation is too much. We're always tickling ourselves with some excitement. It is too much. Okay, I'm also a victim of that. I'm not saying I'm exempted, but I'm trying. I always, for one thing about me, I always challenge myself. Okay, I always challenge myself to be a better person. So I'm always working to be a better person of myself. I'm always challenging myself to be a better person. Okay, don't be comfortable with your current distance. Yeah, so let's move back to the chat. Yeah, so as you were saying, I think the target was very small, so price couldn't move much. You get it? The target was very small, so price couldn't move much. Yeah, so as we were saying, sell is possible, buy is possible at this point in time. But when it comes to the sell, okay, structure currently is a what? Structure currently is an uptrend, so I'm not interested in any sell at this moment. When it comes, I'm not looking at this point in time. What do you call it? The sell is not looking good for me. According to my entry, it makes sense. The sell is there. You get it? I'm not saying the sell is not there. Direction why the downtrend is there. But for me personally, the entry for the sell is not there. Okay, what I mostly want to see, the sell is not there for me to take it. Okay, the sell is not there. I'm not saying the direction the sell is not there. Okay, direction why the sell is there, but when it comes to entry, the sell is not there. So those who want to follow me, my various social platform or social handles, check the description. You see my various social handle. Okay, you see my very follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is over there. You follow me over there. If you want to join my Telegram channel, too, my Telegram channel is in the description. If you want to chat me on WhatsApp, to my WhatsApp link is also there. You can chat me for consultation. Yeah, so let me bring this one in. You'll be having an upcoming boot camp on what? On 20th of this month. Okay. So if you have not booked your seat yet, you need to do well to book your seat. If you have not booked your seat yet, do well to book your seat for the upcoming boot camp. Okay. Yeah. So all these concepts I'm going to be, we are going to be, it's going to be, we are going to be doing it for 30 good days. Okay. And you have access to join my. You see, I mostly don't come on YouTube. It's just once a while that I show up on YouTube. So I mostly don't show up on YouTube most often every day. But if you want to get in touch to be hearing from me, like these things that I'm talking to you about, if you want to hear more about these things that I'm talking about, you can just join me on YouTube. Sorry, my mentorship group. We always every day from Monday to Friday we meet. Okay, sometimes we even uh, transition it to the New York session, but most of the learning session we are live every single day. Okay, we are live every single day, breaking down charts, taking their questions, answering their questions in what live. So if you want to join the mentorship group too, that's fine. If you pay for the boot camp, you will get free access to the mentorship group. Okay, if you pay for the boot camp, you get free access to the mentorship group. Okay, so I'm someone that if you are someone who is like serious about this skill or this craft, if you follow me religiously for some time, the chances that you're going to get it is very high. Okay, I'm not saying following me and what just going to sleep. Follow me and put in the work, you are going to get it. Yeah, so at this point, let's move on to the charts. Enough of the rant. So when at the 15-minute time frame, we have this rejectional level, right? As I'm saying, currently the zones are very choked. So if price will be able to break above this one, maybe we can be taking advantage of what the what do you call it? We can take advantage of what the buy. So as I'm saying, the sell too is possible. Okay, the sell too is possible because structure. Why the reason why I'm saying the sell is possible because the structure is what a downtrend. But mostly, if I'm trading against the candle, what I mostly consider is what I have to make sure what I have some things that I have some checklist I have to make sure it has been ticked before I will take the sell. Okay, so when it comes to the sell, currently price has made lower low, lower high. The reason why I'm saying sell is possible, price has made lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So what am I expecting? Just like if you watch it in the, if you watch price action in the past, you notice that when price made lower low, lower high, what happened? Lower low happened, lower low happened, lower low happened, lower high, what happened? Lower low. You get it? So it's the same thing that I'm talking about over here. So that's why I'm saying the sell is possible. We can be having what? Lower low over here. Okay. But when it comes to the lower low, taking an entry, you need, I mostly have to wait for what? The lower time frames to also be in a downtrend. Okay, so mostly one thing I've noticed or I've realized about going against maybe taking trades, market structure trade is what? Mostly I get it at the H1 time frame. By this time around, the H1 time frame is still what? An uptrend. So I can't capitalize. If the H1, if this level, this rejection level is not over here, maybe the sell would have been possible when it breaks the low, because the trend would have been what? A downtrend. The sell would have been possible if, as it has broken the low over here, the sell would have been possible. You get it? The sell would have been possible. But currently, when price the candle broke over here, the trend shifted to an uptrend. So it become very risky and tricky to be looking for an entry to present itself at the lower time frame. Currently, I'm not seeing an entry over here. Price is currently sitting on this rejectional level, and you have to understand that rejectional levels are levels where price mostly respects. Okay, so the sell is possible, but for me, my entry what criteria, mostly what I see, I mostly, my checklist, the things that I consider before taking a trade like that, is not has not been presented to me over here. I'm not saying if you are taking a saw, if you are in a saw, you are wrong. You are not wrong. You are perfectly right with your decision. Okay, but for me, according to my experience, I'm not seeing like the entry. I'm not getting an entry that is going to make me take a saw. Okay, so as I came to the stream, I saw sell is possible, buy is possible. But for me, I'm not getting entry for a sell. Okay, so I still stick to my what? My buy. I still stick to my buy. If I've not subscribed to the channel, kindly do well to subscribe to the channel too as well. If you have any question, kindly drop it in the chat box. Drop it in the chat box. So 8 a.m. we have another time where volume is going to come into the market. So 8 a.m. there's going to be volume. Even this kind of close bullish over here, the zone is very small. Okay, but today there's the trade that I missed that it still pains me is this trade. Okay, the trade that I missed that pains me is this trade. So you see, let me give you this advice. If you are here and you have been trading for a very long time, you are still not seeing results, have someone that you follow. Okay, and if you are following the person, please keep on just showing up every single day. Let me show you a loss that I just escaped. Okay, a loss that I escaped. If it were to be those times, I would have taken this loss. Okay, you see, price broke above this zone, closed below this one. If it were to be those times, I would have taken this buy over here. But from experience, I noticed that price has moved a lot. Okay, price has moved a lot over here. We are about to be ushered into what lending open to as well. We are in pre-lending session. The chances that this one just can be a fake out and price will keep on moving up is very high. So I just avoided this trade. You get it? I just avoided. Have someone would say avoided. I avoided this trade, taking this trade, and what happened? Price just pulled back. So I was just saying to myself, wow, experience is really, really important when it comes to this game that we are playing. Experience plays a major role when it comes to this game that we are playing. Yeah. Experience is very, very important. Okay, so keep on dropping your questions in the chat box. Keep on dropping your questions in the chat box. So someone might say, oh, I entered a buy, I closed a trade, I should have held. See, it is not always that price is going to what? Maybe pull back and it is going to get your direction. Okay. So sometimes you don't take only the few for your decision making. You need to take the majority. Okay, majority or most often what happened, that is what you are talking about over here. It is not the few ones. Yeah, so those who want to join the boot camp, okay, those who want to join the boot camp, please kindly text me on WhatsApp. Okay, I'm going to be teaching all these concepts over there. It's going to be 30-day long. And like, see, when it comes to trading, for my mentorship, that is the cheapest you ever get. So I remember last time there was this friend that I contacted, and I asked him how much does he charge for. He's even having it in sessions, beginner session, intermediate, and advanced session. Okay, and that's beginner session alone was hundred and something dollars. Okay, beginner session alone was hundred and something dollars. An intermediate price will come. But for you, you people have combined everything for you. I have to even think about that thing. Maybe I'll start implementing beginner session, intermediate, and advanced session. Advanced session. But people still don't recognize or still don't value the value you mostly give out. They mostly don't value. Okay. Price is currently in a range. Let's say you have 3 minutes for this candle to close. If this candle close, the chances that this zone is going to be filled is very high. So as I'm saying, if not the structure, the sol would have made sense. But because of trend, I mostly don't love taking trade. So you see, my setup is going to present itself perfectly well for me to execute. Okay. So if the trade does not fit or meet your system or this thing, just let it go. Okay. Just let it go. Just let it go. If it does not fit your system or structure, your plan, just let it go. A lot of people mostly are failing in trading because they don't have something like this. You have a journal, okay? So you see my journal. Do you have something like this? Do you have a journal? Do you keep track of whatever you are doing? So this month alone, I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yesterday I took a trade. I didn't add it. I took a buy. I took a trade pre-lending session. That was the only trade I took yesterday. I didn't add it up. So I'm taking 12 trades for the month of July. Okay, 12 trades so far for the month of. If today I woke up early, I would have taken this buy too as well. If I woke up early, I would have taken advantage of this buy, but I didn't wake up early. Woke up to see price has already moved, but it's fine. That is fine. Hmm. That is fine. So you need to have something like this. So you see, these are my thought process. So when it comes to this is the day, the time, the day that I traded. So the time 5:30 a.m. I took a good buy. Okay, so price. So this is my thought process. What do I look for? Okay, market structure, previous candle, how it closed. So when it comes to my entries, these are the things that I look for. Okay, these are the things that I look for. So you need to have a thought process and know what really works for you. Yeah, so the sol is working. So it looks like the lower low is happening. How do you download the journal you are using? So this you can use Google Sheet or Excel to create your own. You can just copy the template. Okay. So mostly I've shared it with my private community, those in my mentorship group, I've shared it with them. So to be frank with you, okay, this is a harsh truth or a hard truth to absorb. But one thing you need to understand, if you don't have a journal, if you don't have something called playbook, you will not succeed in trading. Okay, because you always come to the market and be confused. So sometimes you take a trend line trade, sometimes you take SMC trades, sometimes you take ICT trade, sometimes you take fair value. You will turn like a shower. You have entered every single you have entered every single room. Okay, you are everywhere. But if you have a playbook, okay, if you have a playbook, you know exactly what you have to look for when it comes to it. So it will help you to avoid FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, it will help you to avoid FOMO. So you see the reason why I was not taking this sell. The reason I was not looking for this sell is because according to my system, okay, I'm mostly not profitable taking trades. Okay, so this candle has closed below. Okay, according to my system, this is what I've decided to be doing, to be taking mostly market structure and candle structure being in the same direction. That is what I've decided to be taking this month. Okay, so you need to understand how a system you play or roll with. So as I told you when you came to the chart, H4 is about to make the lower low. Okay, so the sell is possible, but I'm not interested in the sell. But it can play out perfectly well, but I'm not interested. So let's plot out our various zones again. And when a buy opportunity presents itself, where you will capitalize on. So these are the very, yeah. So if you can get a support form, and we will take a fake out buy. That's what I'm looking forward for. Okay, if I can get something like this, I can get a fake out buy. Okay, so the sell, those who are taking the sell should take it. For me, I'm not interested. So I'll join the buy trend. Okay, the sell can move heavily. It can move because it's currently making lower lows, so it can move heavily. But I'm not interested in any sell for now. Okay, because one thing I've realized or what from experience, I've noticed that mostly if you are taking a sell, if price action is looking like this, take a sell, the chances that it can fake you out is very high. Yeah, so if I can get a support forming, okay, if I can get a support forming, I'll look for a buy. This is the buy I just missed. Okay, yeah, after landing session, I would have been done for the day. I couldn't wake up, so I just have to be serious with my trading business. I have to be serious with my trading business. Yeah, so kindly follow me on my various social platforms. Follow me on Instagram. I mostly post daily on Instagram. Most often I post daily on Instagram. Yeah, so this all can just be huge. I hope you understand why I was talking about the saw, because of what lower low. Okay, because of the lower low, so the saw makes sense. If you watch, it's very simple. Even if you watch the past, you notice that the same thing has been happening in the past. The same thing has been happening, but I mostly don't love this kind of what. It's something that I'm studying, okay, or maybe even if I would trade it, I would trade it with a small what lot size. I mostly don't love this kind of trades, okay, because the chances that you are going against a candle, the chances that you can get fake out is very high. Yeah, so you see the same thing that happened over here is the same thing that is currently happening. The same thing that is happening. So those in the mentorship group, we have discussed about this trade before. Okay, we mostly talk about this kind of trades before. But for me, I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like it. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for the support to form. I'm still waiting for a support to form. Yeah, so with the journal, if you want to, you just have to. It's either let me see if I can share it with you. No, it's something for me So you can just watch the template and you create your own using your Google Sheets or maybe Excel. Okay, you can even use AI. AI can just create you something like this. So I'm looking for a support, then I'll take a fake out. A fake out. Wow. AUD USD. Wow, those times I used to trade NZD card, NZD USD, GBP JPY, GBP USD. So the nicest pair you ever get is AUD USD and NZD USD. So when I trade currencies, the pair that I used to love is GBP USD. GBP USD was my favorite. From GBP USD, the next currency pair I used to love was USD card. USD card was my baby. Okay, USD card really moves very well, nicely. Let me see. I used to love USD card. So sometimes you just have to make a critical decisions. Okay, you just have to make some tough decisions to let some things go. You need to evolve. Okay, you need to evolve. Don't stick or be glued to just doing same thing over and over again. You just have to evolve. Okay, evolve. So USD card really moved nicely, but this one it would have been hard. GBP USD. Yeah, GBP USD was also a nice instrument to trade, but most often the zones are very small. So someone is asking, someone from Africa and one who is in America, do they have same charts while they trade the same currency? Yeah, they have the same charts. Okay. So when it comes to the various charts, okay, when it comes to the various charts, the only charts that mostly you see it different is the higher time frame, like the daily time frame. Okay. So let me check something over here. We use it's the same thing. So listen, when it comes to this market is not something like the chart you are trading is a real life event that is happening. You understand? It is a real life event. It is not uh, what do you call it? It is not synthetic. Okay, it is not like an artificial thing. It is a real life event. Currently, £1 is costing what? Before you get hold of £1 and you're having USD you need to get 1.33588 USD before you get £1. So it is real life event. That is, if you go anywhere you go, okay, even though the forex market is not regulated, sometimes prices can change. Okay, but if you go to how should I even put it? If you go to the mainstream, should I say the mainstream? Okay, most the differences are not all that huge. Okay, mostly the differences you see sometimes since it is not regulated, people use their own price. They decided to just price it, but the differences are mostly the pips. You get it? So this is a real life event that is currently happening. I'm currently in Ghana, and if you want to check, let's check Google. $1 to one cedi is how much? $1 in cedis. $1 to cedis is currently 11.55. Okay, let's check the chart. So mostly the strongest currency should come for USD GHC. So USD Ghana cedis. Okay, let's check the chart. What's the price? So this is the current market price. So you see the hidden line. Now currently $1 is equivalent to 11.4800. If you check Google, what's the current 11.55? That's what I'm saying. The differences are not all that huge. Okay, mostly it's just the pips. After the point, that's where you mostly see the differences. Okay, Yeah, so it is a global what market. It is a live event you are trading. Okay, it's a live prediction or it's a live speculation we are doing over here. So it is not synthetic. Okay, it is not something like someone has just start somewhere just created for us to trade. It is a real life event that is happening. So if you go to America, someone trading GBP USD, the prices are the same. And one thing is what the chart. The chart is simply or what the chart is. Yeah, the chart is simply what prices. The candles you are seeing or the charts you are seeing are all what past prices that happen. Okay, it's just past prices. Okay, that has been used to what to depict the chart. The candle that you are using seeing on the chart is what is just a depiction of prices. Okay, it's just a representation of the prices that happened in the past. So that's what you need to understand. So if you go anywhere you go, it is the same chart you are trading. Okay, so you are not trading different charts. And I'm saying though sometimes the only difference is the higher time frame. Like maybe sometimes the daily time frame is what. So let me check different brokers and see over here. Trading view. Let's check maybe this is forex.com. Let's check on Wanda chart and see. Let's check. So the high time frame like the H4 time frame and those things, that is where mostly you see the H4 time frame and the daily time frame is where mostly you see the differences. Okay, the high time frame is where you see. And the reason why you see the differences is because of the time where some of these brokers are what situated or located. Okay, because of where some of these brokers are located, that's why you see differences in their chart. Okay, because they close differently. The trading time or their trading time varies. Okay, so if you look at the daily time frame and let's look at the daily time frame, you see the differences. You see on Wanda chart, the daily time frame is different. Comparing it to what Forex.com chart, the daily time frame. These are different brokers. So you see their charts are different at the higher time frame. You get it? So price, this is how it was looking like. Price made low, this and this. Okay. This is how it's looking like with a current swing. This is how it look. Oh sorry, I just opened different. This was USD SAU good on a wonder. Yeah. So sometimes you'll be seeing some gaps. On wonder mostly comes with a lot of gaps. So this is how it's looking like. There's a slight difference, especially when it comes to the candle closures and those things, the wicks and those things. There's slight difference at the higher time frame, but when it comes to the lower time frame, it is what the same. Okay, but you just have to just stick to one. For me, when it comes to gold trading, I stick to forex.com chart. Okay, when it comes to currency, I use a wonder. But when it comes to this thing, when it comes to gold, I use forex.com. Okay, that is where I find consistency because I mostly depend on the H4 time frame. Most often, I depend on the H4 time frame for my decision making. So it mostly gives me so 6.84 USD. Can it be, and how can you talk about 6.84 USD? Can it make profit, and how can you talk about it? So you see, when it comes to trading, it's not about the money. Okay, even though money is important. Please a moment. Even though money is important,
on the line or call back later.
All right. So, guys, sorry. Yeah. So someone was asking this question on about you were saying if you can use six point something dollars, is it possible to? Yeah. So someone was asking 6.8. Why did you specify the point 6.84 USD? Can it make profit and how can you talk about it? So it's not about the fans, okay? It's about what you know what you are doing because this the market you are trading is not a random something, okay? You just have to have plans towards that. It's a skill, okay? You need to be very skillful before you be able to predict, okay? So if you are not skillful, you can be giving the whole world money and you will still not make sense. You will still not make anything from. You will not make any dime. So for me, I don't consider the capital. Okay, I don't consider. For me personally, I can fund $50 and I'll be able to what flip it. That's why for me personally, I'm always what striving to be good at a skill because I know money is not a problem. The skill is the most important thing. Okay, money is not a problem. The skill is the most important thing. So what I mostly look out for is what how can I be good at this thing? Because if I'm good at it, even $20, I'll be able to make something from it. Okay, even though the only difference is what when you have small money, your chances are very small. That's what you need to understand. If you have small, if your capital is on, because the game is a probability, and you need trading is all about numbers. It's a numbers game. Okay, it's a numbers game. So it's just probabilities, and probabilities mostly it comes with what random sampling. You get so you need some data, you need some you need numbers to be able to finalize your what your to get your data. So you need what bigger capital to be able to play the game. So the bigger capital, what it means is what you give yourself more chances. When you have small capital, your chances is very less. Okay, because like maybe this 6 points, you have only one chance. That does not mean you are not a good trader. Okay, even those professionals lose a trade. There's no one who can tell me he does not lose a trade. No matter what, you are going to lose a trade. So that your 6.84, if you use it and you lose it, does not mean you are a bad trader. Your chances are just slim. Your chances are very small. Okay, that's the only difference. If you use small capital, your chances are very small. Yeah. So let's see if price will be able to, maybe you give ourselves a chance of like, yeah. So if your capital is small, your chances are very limited. That's the only difference. If your capital is small, your chances are limited. But that does not mean you are not good at the skill. Okay, that does not mean you are not good at the skill. Just your capital is small. Because the bigger the capital, the bigger, yeah, the like your chances are more. Okay, maybe you can give yourself like 20 chances, can give yourself like 30 chances. That's the only difference. But capital is not a problem. Okay, if you are very skillful, okay, if you are very skillful, you will give yourself like, you don't need more chances to be able to hit a trade or a winning trade. Okay, that does not mean you will not lose. But if you are very skillful, you can use your few chances to hit a winning trade because you are going to be very patient, you are going to be very calm and those stuffs. But if you are not skillful, okay, you need to just, you'll be doing random things. So imagine maybe trying to, you are going to play penalty with, maybe you can, you can just be thinking about the any player that you think maybe is good at kicking penalties. Okay, trying to play a professional player that you are trying to play penalty with. That person is going to what, utilize, or that person is going to make good use of his chances more than you, that you don't even train, you are not experienced and those stuff. You are, the chances that you are going to score more penalties is very high comparing it to the person who is professional, train every day. Yeah, so that's the only difference. The only difference is what, that person is more skillful. That person is more skillful because he trains, imagine he trains every single day, rehearsing on that particular move, rehearsing on that particular move. Okay, so he can make good use of his chances. But you, that you don't even train, you are not even a player. Okay, you don't even train. So you see the reason why I was saying the sell I'm not interested is because I'm skillful. I've been seeing this move happening over and over and over again. Okay, so that is why I was not interested, and I was still interested in the buy. Guys, it's all about experience and being skillful. You get it? So capital, it's not an issue. Capital is not an issue. The only issue is, are you skillful enough? Okay, that's the most important thing. Are you skillful enough to play this game? That is what you need to understand. So capital is not an issue, but the 6 point, the person says 6.8. So it depends on the 6.84. If we are trading gold, small pullback. Okay, so last time I decided to fund a small account like $20. So ask me where the money is still now. I've been able to grow the account. Okay, it's not a huge percentage, but I've been able to grow the account. You get it? So it's not about the capital, it's about being skillful. Those times, you see, if I can, you use $20 to trade gold, gold, one small pullback will take you out. But I was very accurate with what, I was very precise with my decisions. Okay, you see, the whole time I've come to the market and I'm not executing, I'm very calm, just ranting over here and there. It's because I've not seen something that aligns perfectly with what I mostly do. Okay, so I'm very calm and patient, waiting for things to align. But you, that you don't have any plan, you don't know what you are doing, you are just going to jump into trade. If it's a small move, you are just going to be jumping into. But for me, I have experience, and if I'm waiting, I know exactly what I'm waiting for. But you that don't have experience, it's going to be very, very difficult. So it's all about experience. It's not about the capital is not an issue. Ask yourself, can you trade? Do you know what you look for when it comes to the chart? That's the most important. So guys, you see, I told you guys that I'm waiting for a support to form over here. But gold just moved. Okay. So now there's no entry. So I was waiting for something like this to form over here. As I just told you. Then I'll take the buy. But what happened? It just moved fast, close to the target. So this is what I was expecting. But this candle has moved enough, so I can't take on the trade over here. So it's all experience. Okay, it's all experience. So you need to spend more time. If you don't have money to pay for any course or mentorship, if I call for live session, show up. Okay, that's the best way to learn. If I call for live sessions, you show up, you take notes. It's going to take you time though, because it is not one mostly one of the things that I talk about. If you're not experienced, you might not get it. Okay, so but how will you need to make use of what you have to get what you want. Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about this trade. You see, I wanted to take the trade around this side, but this is where price is currently at. Price has been extended too much. So if I'm taking a buy over here, the zone is like 26 pips. Let's say, as I just told you, that price most often does not get to the target. Not every day that price gets to the target exactly. So if I'm taking this buy, the zone is very, very, very small. And if price is not able to keep on moving, so this buy, I'm not taking it. Okay, if it closed around the side, I would have taken the buy. But where it closed, taking a buy is it's not something. Okay, because as I just told you, price does not get to target. It's not always that price is going to get to the target exactly. It's not always that price is going to get to target exactly. So I'm not taking the buy. Okay, so from experience, you just witness it over here that price was getting close to targets, and what happened? It just bounced from the zone. So this one, see the same thing that can happen over here. So always target bigger zones. Okay, always target bigger zones. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so this morning I didn't get this was the trade I wanted to take. I wanted to take a buy over here, but what discouraged me was when price made the lower wick, came up again over here. That is what discouraged me from what taking a trade. So for the buy over here, unfortunately now price couldn't even move more, so that's fine. And this one too, price, I was expecting price to close around this side, but it moved. So you see the reason why I was telling you people, those who join us earlier, I was telling you people that I'm not the sell, I'm not interested. Okay, the reason why I told you guys that I'm not interested in the sell is because of what? Okay, I think it's moved when it broke out, moved to it moved 51 pips. That's not bad. It moved to the target. So nothing is interesting to me this morning. Nothing is interesting to me. So those who are going to be glued on the chat even after the stream, one thing you need to understand, you need to give yourself break. Don't be glued on the chat all day. Target the major sessions. Okay, target the major sessions, then capitalize on that. Don't be glued on your chat every single moment. Target the major sessions. Yeah, so this buy would have been a nice one. I just didn't wake up. I would have taken it sharp, but the week is young, the day is also young. But this would have even what ended my trading session very early. This would have ended my trading session very early. Yeah, so guys, my lending time is up. So mostly lending, I mostly love by 6 a.m. to 8:45. I'm down for lending session. By 8:30, let me put it this way. Unless maybe some weird times that mostly I extend it to maybe 9 a.m. But most often this is my time. 2 hours, 2 hours max. If I wake up early, maybe I will use maybe 5 a.m. too, because I've noticed sometimes if I would that's when by most often I don't sleep beyond this time. Okay, by 6 a.m. So yesterday straight like the 6 a.m. I was done for the day. That's what you need to understand. So learning session, my time is up. Okay, whatever will happen again, I don't care, I don't bother, because I mostly, according to my data, I mostly don't take trades around those times. So I'm not, so you see my data, most of the trades that I take were what, 7, 6:45, 8 a.m. I don't take trades around 9. So weird times that I took 8:45. Beyond 9, latest by 8:45, I'm done for lending session. GMT. Okay, so if you're watching me outside Ghana or maybe Africa, GMT. So you convert it to your local time. So you see, I don't take trades beyond that time. So 8:42, 8:51. That was Friday. Was it a win or loss? It was a win. 8:131. So I don't take. You see, there was no 9 a.m. See, you are not okay. So there was 9 a.m. over here. Latest by 9 a.m. I'm done. Was it even a win? Okay, it was a win. Latest by 9 a.m. By what happened is what sometimes maybe I will take the trade and it will just ushered me to what? It will just usher me to the 9 a.m. But if I take maybe I took the trade at 8:30 and it will just take me to what do you call it? It will take me to 9 a.m. Yeah, so this bar would have looked good if maybe it's close around the side. Okay, it would have looked good. The session, the active moves looks like it is dying, it is dimming. Okay, so the most important thing you need to do is just to what take high. So if mostly 7 a.m. lending open 7:15, I'm mostly aggressive, but from 8 a.m. Sorry, from 8:30, I become very conservative when I'm taking a trade. Very, very conservative. I'm not rushing being aggressive because I understand the time I found myself in. So I become very conservative, not to rush things. Okay, guys. So today, I don't know whether some people took the buy I was talking about, but for me personally, so the buy that I spoke about. So if you watch, so let's watch something. If you watch my, so if you watch the YouTube, okay, I think it's there. So so if you watch at the beginning when I showed up on the chat, talking about, okay, when I was fixing my lights, yeah. So I was talking about this buy. Yeah, so this is where I was talking about. Yeah, so the buy, you see, I was talking about the buy. Okay, so this buy, I spoke about it. What I said is what? The time. So I was talking about the timing. Okay, so yeah, so you just have to go back and rewatch. Yeah, so I didn't take the trade because of the time. So you can go back again and watch the YouTube. So the buy I was talking about, but it couldn't even move more. Okay, so I don't know whether if some people took it that fine to you people, but it's moved like 36 pips and it just reverse. Yeah, so you can go back again and watch the stream. Yo, so maybe Thursday you will meet. Those who want, if you want to get in touch with me, my information is in the description. Check the stream description. You get in touch with me. Okay, you can get in touch with me as well. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Telegram. Follow me on X. Okay, follow me on the various social platforms. I'm mostly active on Instagram. Instagram is my favorite platform. I'm mostly active on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram to get what's so I mostly post my daily activities, the things that is happening in those things on Instagram. So you can check me out over there. And if you want to test me, and if you want to join the bootcamp to kindly test me on WhatsApp and book your seat too as well. Yeah, price is currently not performing very well. Currently in the range. It's currently in the range. Yeah. So I'm watching to see how this candle is going to close. Let's watch and see how this candle is going to close. Yeah, if this one got extended, if not the extension, I would have looked for. So initially I was looking for a buy like this. Okay, so I think I spoke about it over here. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, looking for a buy. So I was talking about looking for a buy around when price did something like that. Yeah, so you can go back again and check it. All right, guys. See you on Thursdays. Thursday I'll show up. So those who are not part of my mentorship group, see you on Thursday over here. I'll show up over here. But if you want to meet me every day, it's in the mentorship group. You can get hold of me every single day. Get in touch. All right. So see you. Bye bye to everyone. And make sure you have liked the stream, subscribe to the channel too as well, so that it will encourage me to create more content like this for you guys. Adios. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. Take good care of